King Mike X here with another Dragalia Lost update video, and today I'm going to be talking about, well actually this is not an update video, this is more about a banner preview. I'm going to be talking about the new banner. So, once again we have a new Gala Dragalia, and this time it's going to be Gala Laxi. As Laxi acquires new power in Eden mode and Velasquez resolve to join the fight, the two throw themselves into the raging fires of battle in order to see their maestro's wish fulfilled. Once polar opposites, their hearts now begin to converge. So Gala Laxi is a flame dagger. Fortunately, that means that flame now has 3 Gala adventures, while water still has 1, and everyone else has 2. So here are her skills. Here are Laxi's skills. So first up, it's a shareable 1 of 5. Skill cost 1. Code 14 Conviction. Deals flame damage to enemies directly ahead, and if the skill is used during Eden mode, a variant called Eden Code 05 Gavura will be used instead. Eden Code 05 Gavura deals flame damage to enemies directly ahead and inflicts burn. Now here's where something's interesting. Eden mode. Yeah, that's right. I was initially going to think that Eden mode was going to be ability and it's going to be like drag and drop, but no, it's a skill. Grants the user the Fig effect and activates Eden mode for 20 seconds. During Eden mode, Fig will automatically attack foes. The automatic damage will not be treated as skill damage. If this skill is used during Eden mode, a variant called Eden Code 01 Kater will be used instead. Kater deals flame damage to enemies directly ahead. And she has standard attack damage, Convoy Tiki, as well as her Chainco ability is above 10 hits and wind res plus 10%. Now her abilities, Resonant Heart 2, grants Laxi a charge gauge with 3 bars. The charge gauge fails when standard attacks, force strikes, and dash attacks are used, and grants cumulative buffs to Laxi based on the number of bars filled. Filling 1 bar increases defense by 20%. Filling 2 bars increases attack skill damage by 15%. And filling 3 bars increases strength by 15%. Laxi's charge gauge will not fail when she has the Fig effect, and the gauge will be reset and all the above bar slots when the Fig effect is removed. So it looks like you might want to get 3 bars up before you use Eden mode, because then you get really good. Mana Kiln, then there's Mana Kiln 2, which reduces susceptibility to stun and sleep by 10%. Critical Frenzy, so it's the usual susceptibility. Then there's Critical Frenzy 2, increases crit rate by 4% for every 15 hit combo, up to 3 times per combo, and adds 4% to the modifier applied to crit damage each time one of the user's attacks is a critical hit, up to 10 times per combo. So that's really good. So in truth, essentially what it looks like is she could get a critical hit rate up to 12%, critical rate by up to 12%, and add 4% to the modifiers applied to crit damage. And she could get up to, each time the user's attack is a critical hit. So, and it looks like the most you can get up to is 40% increase to her crit damage. So that's really good. And after activating, the critical damage increase will not activate again for 1 second. The buffs are removed when the combo counter resets. So there's that one. Now there's Summer Sonoa. First up, so a scholar's seaside sojourn, her research into space-time physics means everything to her, and no failed experiment can keep her down, but even the best researchers need a break, which calls for a new theory, vacation. So there's Chrono Trial, a 6 skill cost 1. We'll see how it works. So it deals 1 damage to the target and nearby enemies, draws them together, inflicts poison, and grants the user 1 stack of Overload. Overload decreases skill gauge fill rate for the Chrono Trial skill by 30%. So essentially what I think it means is that so that's not good. So Overload could stack up to 3 times and is not removed by shapeshifting. So essentially, after the first time, it looks like it's gonna take 30% more. It would be slower to refill it up, but only for it doesn't look like it stacks with that the decrease. So Yeah, and overload, like I said, can stack up to 3 times and is not removed by shapeshifting. Then there's Bracing Summer. Consumes all stack of overload and applies one of the following buffs at random to the user for each stack of overload consumed. Increases inspiration by 2 stages, add 50% to the modifier applied to the crit damage for 30 seconds, and increases crit rate by 20% for 30 seconds. Now here's where it comes to interesting. The same buff will not be granted multiple times by one user of this skill. So yeah, each time you use overload you get and if the skill is used when the user has 3 stacks of overload, all 3 buffs will be granted to the entire team. So so it still has the randomness factor at first, and it's only for the user. But the benefit of it is that the benefit of it is if you get 3 stacks of overload, it becomes for the entire team, and you get all 3. If the skill is used when the user has no stacks of overload, 1 random buff from the above will be granted to the user. So yeah, there's that. She has skill damage, and her chain co-op is poison. Increases user water res plus 8%. Here's her abilities. Determination 2. Increases damage dealt by the skill Chrono Trial based on the number of overload stacks the user has. The first stack will increase damage by 20%, and with additional stacks, increases damage by 5% each, which basically means she can, by the third one, if she has 3 stacks, it will make Chrono Trial do 30% more skill damage. So that's pretty good. And she has freeze res and skill damage. So overall, I really like this unit, and I'm also like a Gala Laxi. And now we're moving on to Summer Norwind. The Holiday Dome's resident picture book author Don Swimtrunks putting his new ability to write happy endings to use on a sunny summer's tale. The stark white page takes on the blue hues of sea and sky as a tragedy gives way to joy. So what I noticed is that each one of these shareable skills goes up. So first we have Laxi, who has 5. Then we have Summer Sonoa. Gala Laxi had 5. Summer Sonoa had 6 skill costs, and now Summer Norman's first skill is a 7 cost one. Summer Memories. Deals 1 damage to the target and nearby enemies and activates skill shift for both this skill and the skill Ephemeral Love. Phase 2 and 3 both increase the damage dealt by this skill. Phase 4 does not deal damage and instead removes all stack of Doleful Spirit applied by Ephemeral Love 4 and energizes the entire team. Ephemeral Love. Deals 1 damage to the target and nearby enemies and activates skill shift for both this skill and the skill Summer Memories. So the really interesting thing is that this one, it's a phase 4, the first one of its kind, but each one, but no matter what skill you use, it's going to increase that phase. It's both of these skill phases are going to be used instead. So we'll have to see which one to do. Now, phase 2 and 3 both increase the damage dealt by the skill. Phase 4 inflicts poison on foes and inflicts 1 stack of Doleful Spirit on the user, up to a maximum of 4 stacks. While the user has 1 or more stacks of Doleful Spirit, their energy level will not increase, and using the skill during phase 4 will cause them to take damage. The more stacks of Doleful Spirit the user has, the more damage they will take. Stacks of Doleful Spirit will not be removed by shapeshifting. So I'm hoping that he doesn't take too much. I'm hoping that I don't think they would allow it to kill that person. If it was, that would suck. So his co-abilities are crit rate plus 10%, and to go along with his Ephemeral Love, his chain co-ability is for wind above 10 H equals HP region 6. Now, if we were to go to other chain co-abilities, let me see. Let me see. If I remember correctly, there are other units that have a co-ability. So the co-ability feature. Going over here, we know that I know there's an HP region. So Jiangxia, this one is 4%. Here, wait, hang on. That's for HP region equals 4, so it's 4% most likely. So we don't know for that one, but we'll see how it works. Then there's also, of course, energy equals skill haste. Increasing the user's skill gauge fill rate as their energy level increases. The maximum bonus given when the user energized is 25%. That's really good. That's one of the highest you could get from a skill haste. Um, then of course he has freeze res, and then he has freeze res and poison punisher. So he also looks to be a very interesting unit. We'll see how he works. Unfortunately, so it looks like the best thing to use is use Ephemeral Love and then quickly get up to level 4 again and use Summer Memories. And then we have Summer Konohanasakiya is the dragon. Konohanasakiya trades her robes for swimwear and the gentle scent of tropical flowers mixed with salty air to soothe the hearts of fellow beachgoers. Though she came alone, the scene soon blossoms into a garden of friendly smiles. Her skill is Seashore Dance, which restores the user's HP and grants the user Smiling Flower. The summer flowers ability busts the user based on the number of smiling flowers they have, up to a maximum of six stacks. So there's that. Now here's the interesting thing. Summer Flowers 5 is her ability, which is for win. If the user is attuned to win, grants the user a smiling flower at the start of quest, and grants an additional smiling flower every 60 seconds up to a maximum of 6. So not only do you get this one, but you also get this ability. So here's where it's interesting. This is the only ability, but it's really interesting. It's better than Styx. So the user receives the following buff based on the total number of smiling flowers. So right off the bat, you get one flower, which gives you which increases strength by 40%. That's really good. 2 flowers, which is after 60 seconds. That's defense by 20%. So yes, it means you have to wait, and it's 60 seconds is a long time. So that seems like that. But you get one at the start of the quest, and every time you transform and use your skill, you get one too. So there's that. So there's that thing that works with it, which essentially means you could get 2 kind of depending on how fast you could and seeing as how hard and seeing as how long it takes to beat like expert Cellular, I'm pretty sure Master Cellular is going to take a really long time. It's going to be like one of those it's going to be a very long battle. So this one, so I'm pretty sure people are going to benefit from this with Konohanasakiya, especially in the case if you need a heal. In most cases, people would need a healer. Which this one would definitely be interesting. So 2 flowers increases defense by 20%. 3 flowers increases skill damage by 50%. 4 flowers reduces water damage taken by 5%. And the 6 and nothing for 5 flowers, but 6 flowers gives an HP regen buff. So that's the one thing. I wish there was one for 5. I guess we'll see. But anyway, so overall, what do I think of this banner? I think, what do you summon for it? That's up to speculation. Here's the thing. Gala Laxi does seem very interesting, and people would definitely want to have this. And also, if in case you standard attack damage is a pretty good chain co ability to have in your back line for certain adventures, especially some really good ones. But that is if you don't have Tiki already. And her skills are definitely very good, but I don't know if you're gonna. It really depends on how the damage output comes out. Because I mean, if you have like Marth or something, most cases are fine. If she's stronger than Ezlith, then but there's also for the fact that we have Ezlith, and Ezlith is right now the strongest dagger wielder. If Gala Laxi does better than Ezlith, is stronger than Ezlith, then yes, I would recommend going for Gala. If Gala Laxi is better than Ezlith, then yes, I would consider Gala Laxi to use. I would consider using Gala Laxi. But if not, then I would maybe skip on this one. Summer Sonoa is also a very interesting one. We also have to see her damage mods and stuff. We gotta see with this case because she could be really good. She's very interesting, but the way that I look at it, I mean, we have certain other event. I mean, I could kind of compare her similar to a little bit similarities with involving her second skill to uh what's his name again? Um I'm spacing out on who I'm thinking about. It's the wind spear person. Hang on. Oh yeah, Silas. Her skill is kind of similar to Silas, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know how she would. She might be very good, and also she might do better than the current one of the best water current best water, which the current best win, which if I remember correctly is she might do better than some of the other. Well, these two are buffers, but she's kind of the way I don't know. She's definitely more different than a regular buffer. So if I had to say her competition, she doesn't have much really. Honestly, like Maribel is not that good right now. Dragalia's Freedom, maybe Noelle. I mean, there's Dragalia's Freedom, Noelle, but they're kind of buff parts. It's hard to say with that one. I think the real one is probably Silas or something. So we'll see how she works. And then Norwin. Norwin, most definitely, I would probably say and the main reason why is because this is right now the best dagger in Win Sufang, and the only reason why he's better than winning Aoi is because he has a mana spiral and winning Aoi doesn't. He's the only Win dagger that has a mana spiral, and yeah, he's okay at best. So Summon Norwin is depending on how his damage is, which I'm depending on what his damage odds come out to be, especially since he's an attacker. Um, will make him he's more seeing as how he's more of an attacking unit. It really comes down to DPS, and if he has high enough DPS to contend with this one, to contend with some of the top spots, then yeah, I would really recommend him. And Konohana Sakuya, she's I don't know. Usama Konohana Sakuya is okay right now, but I think she'll sign when we get Sierra, Master Sierra, which we just got Master Cayenne, who I didn't record a run of that though. I'm gonna probably start recording runs of my of some of the end game fights, but oh boy, Master Cayenne was pretty tough. But yeah, we just got him, so the next time we will be getting Master Sierra is actually gonna be for the anniversary. It will be for anniversary, so that will be interesting. Which at that point, depending on how long, if there are runs that end up being really quickly, then she probably won't be. Then some kind of Hanasaki won't be that much unless like you end up. But right now, yeah, very strong. But some of Kono Hanasaki could be upstaged eventually. I don't know. Here's the interesting thing. I don't know what I would use. What I would where she would go on. She can seem like she is a buff. Like like I don't think she's gonna go on buff units because skill haste is the big thing with buff units. Though we'll see, we might be able to. Um, and it's hard to say with. I think the way that it works, I think Konosake would probably go on attacking adventures or something like that, or single adventures. And the only reason why I'm saying that is because of the fact that the matter is that actually the one I think works really well with is Summer Norman because strength, defense, skill damage, water damage, and then there's the HP regen buff, which can really work with him. Sonoa also could work really well with. I don't know about Sonoa though. Um, Sonoa needs skill. I feel like if I had to give Sonoa what the best dragon to use with her, it would probably be Ariel. And the main reason why I would say Ariel is because skill haste. You need skill haste, which if the skill haste will be fine. Which because if you had the skill haste, that 30% skill gauge, decreased skill gauge fill rate will essentially negate that, so it would be the normal one. But so that's the only reason why I say I think Ariel would probably be best suitable for Sanoa. Though it could be Vayu, who knows? If it ends up being Vayu, I'm okay with that. Or it could be the eventual Wind Dragon we're getting next month. Wind Gala Dragon we're getting next month. And yes, I said next month we're getting a Wind Gala, because that seems to be the pattern. At the end of every month we get a new Gala, and it concentrates between Adventure and Dragon. So, and all in all, I don't know if you should summon on this banner. I will give, if I'm gonna summon, but I'm gonna summon on this banner anyway, possibly just for a couple of actions sake, and also because I want to get some other good events. I want to get some adventures that I also want to try to see, and also mostly try to get some of Konohana Sakuya. The only reason why I kind of want to get her is because I'm running down on dragons to get. I just recently, the most recent dragon I got, the only was Freya. I'm still missing it. Like I'm running out in terms of dragons to max out with the Dragon Roost gifts. I mean, we knew that was gonna come, but I'm like, the only ones I'm missing are, I have everything from fire. The only one I'm missing from water is sticks. So yeah, I have all the fire dragons. I'm only missing sticks from water. And for wind, I'm only missing Garden, and yeah, I'm only missing Garden from wind. From night, I got everyone. And from shadow, I'm only missing Azazel. So yeah, I have essentially, I'm only missing 3 dragons, which are Azazel, which are for shadow, Azazel, from wind, Garden, and from water sticks. And I'm running out of gifts. I'm starting to work on my 3 stars. But it's, as well as some of my high dragons, my high dragons and my 3 stars. But yeah, it's taking some time. So anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. If you liked it, click the like button and leave a comment, or leave a comment down below. Also share this video around. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and click the notification bell, so you can get updates on when all my videos go live. All my videos are published. Other than that, guys, I will see you tomorrow with summons for my Gala Laxi summons, because I'm like that, essentially. I have to. So hopefully I could get my luck. I don't have much in terms of Wormite and stuff. I have about mostly because I was trying to make sure I got to certain. I wanted to get Freya, because because I'm at the point I'm at the point with Freya. I was at the point in Masugana where I need Freya, and so I had to max up. And I did get her, but I have to max up on her. But other than that, I will see you guys tomorrow with the poll videos for Gala Laxi. Until then, bye.